Hello, welcome back to Benusushi Learning. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at the nodes that just got updated. This is the select mesh elements by something, and the modes that's selected by center and radius actually got updated, so we can actually work with multiple points. And okay, I'll give it a go. Compositing Sverchok file save as multi-center radius and make it new, and I'll create a grid, use a viewer draw, and this is just the grid. Let's make it 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 and then center it. Okay, so we have our grid, and now we want to test this select mesh element by, and we should have this one by center and radius. That's actually the simplest one to use. Let's see. So this guy is more like a side nodes to select a bunch of elements. The easiest way to test it is to use mask vertices. But of course we have three options here: vertices, mask, edges mask, and face mask. So we plug this into this guy. If we plug the vertices into this guy and then plug the original into this guy, for the output we have something like this. And because by default the center is at 0, 0, 0, of course we can move it. We can increase the radius. And what else? The center, if the center moved, okay, this seems to work. Partial selection, it works. We can increase the grid more, 20 by 20. So you can kind of know, you already know what's happening here. We are just using a single vertices, but now we can actually use multiple vertices. Let's say we are using a circle and plug the circle into the center. Now if we play with the radius, you can see, okay, still we cannot see what's going on. I need to increase the radius of the circle, and hopefully we start to see what's going on. It's of course, if we use a viewer draw to display the circles and give it a different color, you can see, okay, that's our circle, and maybe for the circle points we give it a different color, maybe, okay, green. So based on the circles, based on the points of the circles, we are selecting our mesh. And we can reduce the number of the circles, the points, and now it's a bit more clear what's going on, right? So we can procedurally select some polygon face using the points of the circles. I think that's really powerful. Thanks to this select mesh elements by locations, now it works with multiple vertices. So I think supposedly this node is really just in the center like this, and then maybe the input here can go out to here. Currently it's like a side. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it, but I can show you that we can also use things like grease pencil. So if you like drawing grease pencil, and we are sourcing the points of the grease pencil using the select object ID selector, and then just source the grease pencil and pass the points on and use these points as the center. Now we kind of using the points of the grease pencil. Let me show you. You see the green color, that's representing the grease pencil points, and I can adjust the radius, of course. Maybe for the grease pencil we can use like try different strokes. Maybe I'll try like a multiple strokes. Now the multiple stroke doesn't work right away. We need to kind of join the data first of all. So let's join and join the data. Now it works. We can write anything and it should update accordingly. So of course you need to kind of mind the number of points being sampled as well. I'll show you what I mean. It's a good idea to use a vector interpolation and just resample the number of points. Let me use a range float and plug this guy in. We can now control the number of points being sampled into grease pencil. We can have more or less, but it's a little bit faster as well. But I think the resampling might not work really well with the list join, so don't worry about that for now. Data goes into the center. Now I was wondering if the radius can be randomized as well. Let me try. Random number generator. How many points we have? We have some. Okay, maybe the radius cannot be vectorized yet. Maybe for now it's like a single radius to select all the face. And of course you don't just can use like mask vertices. You can also use things like Extrude Region. So if we are kind of extruding just this part of the mesh, let's say using the face mask, plug into this guy, this goes into there, and this goes into the final result, and increase this height, and then you can see it's our mesh being extruded based on grease pencil. I think that's really powerful. And everything updates on the fly, like so. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this live noding. If I think this can be really powerful. We will see over time. This masking thing, of course, can be really useful for many reasons. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or feedbacks, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the